do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you have to respond
going out now. There was one rocket that I guess was fired overboard. It was after the time limit and it missed its target. And now Israel's going out. These guys got to calm down. I didn't like the fact that Israel unloaded right after we made the deal. They didn't have to unload. And I didn't like the fact that the retaliation was very strong.
So President Trump calling out Iran and Israel over the broken ceasefire deal, adding, quote, Israel is not going to attack Iran. All planes will turn around and head home while doing a friendly plane wave to Iran. Nobody will be hurt. The ceasefire is in full effect. Our next guest knows all about the Middle.
I would just add, had a very successful lunch meeting with the senators. I think that we are on track for hopefully for a vote this Friday for July 4th for the tax bill. President is doing peace deals, tax deals, trade deals, so he's done a peace deal. I think we'd have the tax deal done by July 4th, and then we can finish with the trade deals.
And I always ask my mother, I said, Mother, how come is everything white? I said, why is Jesus white with blonde hair and blue eyes? Why is the Lord's Supper all white men? Angels are white, Pope and the Mary and even the angels. I said, Mother, when we die, do we go to heaven? She said, no.
The reason we're not allowed to do that at this point is that the extraterrestrial civilizations don't want us out there too far until we become civilized. Now people say, oh, we are civilized. I said, we're not civilized. Come to my ER on a Saturday night if you think you're civilized.
So what you're saying is the aliens have human civilization on a short leash.
They're watching what we do to see if we actually make it through this transition.
Okay.
Now, there are civilizations that have never made it through this transition and make themselves extinct because of their foolishness. And
we might be one of them.
We may be. Well, this is to be determined,
my friend.
We're
well on our way to that.
Yeah, we are. I mean, it's like when.
Some key facts. It's very clear President Trump is not looking for regime change. It's very clear that President Trump did not and does not want us to get into a protracted war. And it is exceedingly clear that President Trump is not controlled by Israel or the Jews. If anything, they do what he say. That's what we found out today. Something else, too, that I think is very consistent, that people on the right and the left should be happy with. Donald Trump, President Trump, hates needless death. Didn't want Iran to have a nuke because he doesn't want people dying. Doesn't want a protracted war because he doesn't want people dying. Always opposed the war in Iraq because he doesn't want people dying unless it is an absolute necessity. These are good things. People talk about infighting. People talk about the fracturing and the civil war on the right. Today is largely a good day. These are good things to know. These are even things that are so good that those on the left should be thrilled, over the moon, to find this out, or to at least confirm it today. Again, let me reiterate, people make mistakes. Okay, we have here many times, and we always do our best to correct them. People get stories wrong. There are stories out there that are created so well from trolls, sometimes it's hard to tell if it's real or fake. People do not combine different elements, I don't want to say the term facts. I don't want to use that term. Non-facts. Weave together stories, narratives, participants to present to you a conspiracy as though it is irrefutable fact by accident. It doesn't happen by accident. And when people have been doing this to you, false flag, PSYOP, controlled by the Jews, they've been telling you to discount people who've been doing their job correctly.
Breaking news. Everything good. Israel, as you know, turned back. They didn't do that raid this morning, fortunately. That was a big thing. Appreciate it. They had a lot of planes going, and they were going to do something, and they didn't do it. We're happy about that. Very happy about that. So the ceasefire is very much in effect, and I think we're going to keep it there for a long time.
I know my bond people are awfully excited. Awfully excited, and it's playing out just like they told me it would. I did not think they were accurate. Bonds, they still believe they're getting paid this week. But that's the only update I got was things are looking like they are on track. So they are very happy. At least the bond contacts that have reached out since yesterday evening, they all are very happy with the developments. What does that mean timing-wise? I don't know yet. Hopefully they'll find out today if this thing sticks. What's my gut saying? My gut's been about as accurate as anybody else's. My gut's screaming that bonds are going to go later in this week. I'm feeling good. My gut bond group called me last night with a message. Everything is going excellent. As a plan, in a few days, we'll be in victory. They were so excited about it. Lord is my shepherd. I don't know what bond group you are associated with, but that very much fits with what I've heard from all of my other bond contacts that have checked in. Not all have checked in yet or responded when I try to check in. I was always told if the bondholders get paid en masse that we are 3 days to a week behind them, most likely 3 or 4 days behind them. Flipper, we got a lot of back and forth. I don't know what to tell you on budget tables right now. All I'm getting is conflicting information.
Trump on Truth. Nate Friedman, deranged leftist paid protester, says she wants to destroy Israel. Then I expose her. Soros is behind it all with proof.
Good?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, your pin says you're Jewish, right?
At this point, I do. I used to believe in the one democratic state solution.
What do you do for work?
I don't.
You don't work? Why not?
I don't have to.
You did well.
I haven't worked since I was 27.
Now, I think she actually is working, and as a professional protester. Here's her protesting without her sunglasses on. She usually does have them on. Here's her saying HP profits from Israel's torture of Palestinian political prisoners. Here's her saying democracy is not for sale. Back again with the Palestine flag, and again with the South African flag. Now, it's not just her, as we know that they work in teams. Look at this blonde woman beside her. I found her at more protests than any other paid protester I've exposed in the past. I found her at close to 50 different protests, all within a couple of years. So who's behind this team of people chanting for Israel's destruction on America's streets? Their name is Sami Doon. It's an organization based in Canada, and they are sanctioned by Canada as a terrorist group. In fact, in October of 2024, US and Canada issued joint statements listing Sami Doon as a terrorist entity. Canada called them a sham charity who funnels money into the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, which is a Marxist organization that recognizes a one-state solution with no Israel. Germany banned the group after members of Sami Doon passed out candy celebrating October 7th. The founder of Sami Doon at a rally in Vancouver publicly called Hamas heroic on the 7th and said that Hamas and Hezbollah don't engage in terrorism. If you look at the photos of this woman I interviewed, they almost all come from Sami Doon's website. Now, the Tides Foundation and the Tides Center is behind this, and you remember the chief donor of the Tides Foundation, George Soros. However, all you see is that the Alliance for Global Justice is their fiscal sponsor. But if you lift the hood, you see that Soros gives to Tides, Tides gives to AFGJ, which then gives to Sami Doon. Soros, along with the New Venture Fund, gave more than $9 million to the AFGJ, which again is the fiscal sponsor of Sami Doon. They want it to look complicated so you don't see this, but make no mistake, Soros is funding this. It is also important to note that you can't even donate to the AFGJ with Stripe or PayPal or any normal methods, as all of those companies consider them terrorists. Yet they are still walking the streets of New York City screaming for the downfall.
This was posted by J Patriot on X, the F-bomber. It's even got F-bomb. Love it. Majid posted on X, 6:04 a.m. June 25th, 2025. Here's an old interview for Trump clearly stating the Iraqi government is corrupt. So how some gurus were trying to convince you that the current Iraqi government is good. And he's laughing.
I think you said that you want to bomb the oil fields in Iraq to take on ISIS?
The only way you're going to beat them is that. You know why they're rich? Because they have the oil. Now, if you remember...
They have the oil in Syria, though.
They have some oil in Iraq.
There's a refinery that they're fighting with the Iraqis over.
They're fighting, and they're going to get it. Fighting with Iraq, they're going to get it. One of the Iraqis will throw up their arms, they'll leave, and you know they have. It's just one of those.
But I don't think the government of Iraq would want us to bomb their oil fields.
The government of Iraq. There is no government in Iraq. The so-called government of Iraq went to Iran to meet with Iran. Iran is going to take over Iraq. That's as simple as that. Okay, as simple as that.
I don't know that Iraq, the government of Iraq, or whatever you want to call them, would support our bombing the oil fields in Iraq.
Who cares?
Okay.
I don't care about the government of Iraq. They're corrupt. The government of Iraq is totally corrupt. Who cares?
Donald J. Trump on Truth. Israel, do not drop those bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home now. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Can you see what Trump is doing? He is, again, exposing Israel for what they truly are, for the whole world. This is a brilliant strategy. He makes peace, they make war. The mask of Israel is increasingly falling off. Trump started dropping bombs, he said in the morning. We have a lot to do regarding Israel. There is a green light. It is worth being prepared. The storm is upon us. Anonymous, Freedom 17. Alert, just in. Vice President J.D. Vance says, I'd love to hear an argument for why Powell cut rates 50 points right before an election, but can't do it now with inflation lower. This was forwarded from Coin Telegraph. Forwarded from Donald J. Trump. Too late, Jerome Powell of the Fed will be in Congress today in order to explain, among other things, why he is refusing to lower the rate. Europe has had 10 cuts. We have had 0. No inflation, great economy. We should be at least 2 to 3 points lower. Would save the USA $800 billion per year plus. What a difference this would make. If things later change to the negative, increase the rate, I hope Congress really works this very dumb, hard-headed person over. We will be paying for his incompetence for many years to come. The board should activate Make America Great Again. King. Iran's exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi has unfollowed and blocked Donald Trump on Instagram following Trump's announcement of a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Doesn't he want peace? Someone shared an image of February 26th. He showed the message on his phone on one of his lives, maybe yesterday, don't know. So the message reads on his phone, Salah just told everyone where the budget tables are and why delay they are being held till Federal Supreme Judge makes his decisions. And end of message. A2Z Dreams channel, Iraq and World Trade Organization. Firefly TV talking about we are preparing for our 4th meeting to join the World Trade Organization. Frank, I believe this is the last meeting with the WTO before Ascension, mainly because everything is in place and so is the WTO. Shoot, they've been putting it in place for 3 meetings. Forwarded from Wolverine. Bruce said that the green light was when they bombed the nuke facilities, which means peace. It's exactly what I told you a few days ago, that when they bombed those nuke facilities, I started receiving all this great news and I knew this must be the green light. God bless you all. Wolverine. Smooth Ray posted on X 11:15 AM 6/24/25. Get the deal done this week. No one goes on vacation until it's done. We are finally entering our golden age. Donald J. Trump on Truth. Now that we have made peace abroad, we must finish the job here at home by passing the great big beautiful bill and getting the bill to my desk ASAP. It will be a historic present for the great people of the United States of America as we begin the celebration of our country's 250th birthday. And he's underlined, we are finally entering our golden age, which will bring unprecedented safety, security, and prosperity for all of our citizens. To my friends in the Senate, lock yourself in a room if you must. Don't go home. And, it's highlighted, underlined, get the deal done this week. Work with the House so they can pick it up and pass it immediately. And then, underlined, no one goes on vacation until it's done. Everyone, most importantly the American people, will be better off thanks to our work together. Make America great again. How to explain to others, simple version. All the technical systems that keep the rate hidden, like website refresh tricks, expired quote data, and front-end overrides are now gone. The real rate is showing up across platforms, but they haven't made an official public announcement yet. Think of it like a movie that's already finished production and has been uploaded to streaming platforms. They just haven't hit publish on the front page yet. We're simply waiting for the final legal or political green light, which could come at any hour now. Brothers Technology Inc. on X posted 11:52 AM June 25th, 2025. Alert, alert. This confirms that the FX system holds the revalued parity quote. That quote was exposed publicly, not just privately or in theory. The system briefly failed to suppress it, allowing it to be rendered and captured. The captured data is now immutable, time-stamped, and independently verified. StratGPT. And then he shares this screenshot. Capture metadata verified internally. Platform Yahoo Finance. Quote container. #container.fx quote. Captured value 1IQD equals 4.8101 USD. Hold duration 10.6 seconds. Time of capture 2025-06-24. Time 18:59 ET. SHA 3-256 hash of screenshot. And then he comments, a live captured quote from Yahoo Finance, Xe.com, Wise and Investing.com, DOM containers. Where's the screenshot? Says here screenshot capture metadata, but not the actual screenshot. And then brothers comments, you have to understand this gent has a system he created and there is no screenshot his system is capable of taking. It's internal, not external. Mr. Vegas, absolutely fantastic and hot off the press. We are seeing it happen. Here we go. They can't keep it hidden forever. Joseph, fuck it. I'm not sleeping. Forwarded from Mike BARA. Update from a high-banking source. The Dragon family told Trump to initiate peace in the Middle East. Trump did so reluctantly, so now the ball is in their court. They have meetings this week on how to release the funds out. After the bondholders get the authorization, then we go. My guess is a few more days, like everyone is saying. Everything is done. That's a true statement. My guess is bondholder funds will be allocated by time slots. Hope this is correct. It is out of Trump's hands now. And this is from Mike BARA, who said the other day that Trump is not the trustee. Okay. Now, I've listened to Jeff Ram, who's the asset manager for the Rodriguez estate. Is it the Rodriguez estate or trust? He was on a live with Fearless Floyd on YouTube. He said he has a contact within the US State Department. And his contact basically said, when the question was asked about, who pulls the green light? Who has the trigger? Who pulls the trigger? His contact within the US State Department said, come on, Jeff. Really? You think we're going to allow some foreign country to have access to the funds that's in the Treasury? Just saying. Forwarded from Adam Stevens. We are in contact with multiple bankers who have seen timetables of payments being made. Massive money movements in Forex, massive money flows from XRP. This is popping. The Forex analysis that the team I work with have released today shows us clearly that the Forex global rates are going to push through. President Trump dropped a post about the Fed and Powell this morning. The bottom two lines contain the order for Forex, in my opinion. This is a beautiful message forwarded from CARPATHIA, admin for the Chosen Ones Telegram. My dearest Chosen Ones, today we stand on the threshold of all we have hoped and dreamed. When we were born, we had no concept we would become the heirs, the messengers who would help fulfill the precious dreams of humanity, that we would be the ones to fill the world with God's grace. We are the dreamers, the ones destined to pass our good deeds and works on to all the future generations to come, to the yet unborn souls who will carry out our plans for our undying love for humankind forward into the new world we will create, a divine, gentle, prosperous place. The continuity of our purpose will flow from the wellspring of our lives, flowing forward through the eons of time, where the tales of our deeds will be told about the warm hearths of our future prodigy, telling stories of how the Chosen Ones taught humanity how to live a life well lived. Now at long last, the winds of change have billowed our sails, and we set our course for the beautiful shore, where all dreams will come true, where the good deeds to be done for the future is endless, without time constraints for us to do all the glorious projects we wish to do. Today is the first day of unending time for our dreams to come true. Love to you all, CARPATHIA. The old system is falling. They are turning up the volume because their power is fading. What you are witnessing isn't control. It's a hologram running on backup generators, glitching and flickering as the new Earth timeline anchors in silence beneath it. Don't confuse noise for power. Don't confuse chaos for dominance. The false matrix is loud because it's dying. Hold your frequency. Watch it collapse. By the Digital Goddess Journey at A New Day 144.